Welcome back to Afternoon Live. Is your body in a slump? Do you sit all day at a desk, on a couch, or are you on your phone? Here with tips to straighten us right back up, we welcome the creator of 30-Day Posture Makeover, posture coach Michelle Joyce. Hey, Michelle.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Well, welcome to the show. And I tell my kids all the time, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. But I don't really know if we're supposed to arch it all the way back, or I don't know how to do it properly. So I'm glad you're here to show us how.
Well, I think that one of the common misconceptions is that, you have to be really rigid and stiff and that it's difficult and uncomfortable, but actually good posture is promoting relaxation, it's promoting healthy alignment, and actually when you're hunched over, you're going to get those chronic muscle pains, and it compresses your lungs, makes it more difficult to breathe, gives you less energy, all kinds of things.
Is it true that you can get a humpback? That's what my mother always said growing up. Is it really?
It's true, yeah. When your head is forward, your upper back is working really hard to hold your head up, and your body lays down fat deposits around your spine to support it. So you see a lot of teenagers now with that kind of old lady hump, and it's from all the screen time.
Oh, can you reverse that? Or is
you can actually. You can.
Phew. Okay.
I know. It's all right.
All right. So what kind of bad posture habits would you say that people typically fall into?
Well, the biggest one is when people are sitting in front of screens, they aren't paying attention to their bodies, and it's really easy to just collapse forward, close the shoulders, put the head forward, and they just kind of get lower and lower and lower, and then they wonder why they're really tired and achy at the end of the day.
Even I notice at the dinner table a lot, or just when you're eating, you kind of, is it because of the action of, your hands going over like this, that your shoulders then also start to come up?
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, anything that's in front of you, you have to be careful that you're not too far away from it. So like even when you're driving, you want to scoot the chair up close to the steering wheel when you're at the desk.
Then I start to look like my grandpa when he was driving. You're like,
but then you sit back, and it's different. It's different.
Okay.
Because if something's too far in front of you, you have no choice but to roll your shoulders forward. But if you just move it a little closer, you can keep your shoulders back and still do what you're doing.
So like you said, it should all be about comfort and being comfort. Okay. So now we have a lovely oversized chair here for you to demonstrate the best posture that we can have.
All right. Well, the good news is this is a great chair to demonstrate a difficult chair for having good posture in, because it's super puffy and it's really easy to just kind of lean back, and then I've got a nice laptop here, and I mean this is a position that should look familiar to many people.
Yes.
Now I really don't like laptops because either the keyboard is going to be in the wrong place or the screen's going to be in the wrong place for an ergonomic setup. But if I had to work in this chair with this laptop, I would first scoot my bottom way back, and then sit up so that my pelvis is really anchored in the chair, so I can sit up straight, and if I'm nice and far back in the chair, I can lean back without having to hunch over. I would angle my head down instead of rolling my shoulders forward, and I'd angle my eyes down. Lots of people just bring their head down. But actually, if you think of your ears as the hinging point and angle your eyes down, you can actually sit up straight. I do a couple shoulder rolls to make sure they're, staying in the right position, and you can kind of type from here. Now it looks a little dorky because we're so used to seeing people like this. But I promise you, it's much more comfortable once you get used to it, and your body will thank you. You won't have that pain at the end of the day. Same thing goes with cell phones. We hold our cell phones really far down, and again, we fold into them. Exact same thing. You want to hold your phone up a little bit and just angle your head and eyes down. And I mean, even just holding your cell phone up 3 inches it makes a difference. Just little changes. Another big one is sitting at the desk. People sit at the desk all day long, and it's that phenomenon we're talking about with your arms in front of you.
So before we go over there, I just want to know, can we add pillows? Is there something we can do if we're not in the right type of chair, or can we put something underneath the laptop?
Yeah, you can put something underneath the laptop, but the problem becomes when your arms get high higher, like when you're typing, if your hands are above your elbows, that's creating kind of like sustained muscle tension. And it doesn't seem like a big deal for a few minutes, but day after day after day after day, you start to get these musculoskeletal disorders, and it actually can be really, really painful.
Okay, all right. So the best thing is you probably shouldn't sit in an oversized chair to do stuff like that.
But I would put some pillows, I'd do some lumbar support. That would help a lot.
Okay, all right. Do you mind moving over here and showing
let's
us
do it.
this word ergonomic? I hear it all the time. What exactly does that mean?
Well, it just means that things are set up in a way that you're not going to get hurt when you're using them. So, for example, I mean, people spend a lot of money on ergonomic chairs, for example, but really just the way you sit in a regular chair can help you more than a really expensive chair. So that's
good
the good
to
news.
know. Okay.
Yeah, and so this chair is pretty good for me. I'm scooting my bottom all the way back. That's really important so that when I sit up, it's going to give me some support in the back here. It takes up the whole length of my upper leg, which is nice. And you know, it's actually a little tiny bit too tall for me. My feet don't quite touch the ground, but I could put a little something, you know, a phone book or something under my feet if this was going to be my workstation. Now, the thing I really don't like about this workstation is it doesn't have the slidey tray.
Oh, is that important?
It is, because you want it, because here I'm having my hands above my elbows.
That's right.
And when the hands are so far up above your elbows, you're really, again, creating this tension all through here, and it's going to create, you know, upper back pain and neck pain over time.
Okay.
Another thing I was talking about before, scooting nice and close to your workstation. If you're just a couple inches back, it really makes a difference in what your body's doing trying to reach the keyboard.
Gotcha.
So if I sit nice and close, I can roll my shoulders and kind of do that. Another thing that you can do from your chair, I'll just show a little stretch, is you just put your arms straight out and your palms are pushing into the sides and your fingers are up, and really push like you're pushing the wall away on either side. And you should actually feel a nice stretch all the way through your palms and your arms.
Oh, I feel it.
And if you bring your arms back a little bit, you can bring it into your chest. Those are all the muscles that get overused when you're typing. So,
I'm tired already. That was pretty significant. You can feel that.
yeah, just little things that you can do. Another one, if you're experiencing lower back pain, is this has some nice armrests. I can just kind of push myself up and let my body hang and get a little bit of lower back traction.
Nice.